with breast cancer in that clinic, they all have emotional traumas, usually related to the relationship, the romantic relationship. And they didn't heal until either they fixed the relationship or they left the relationship. Because being in an emotional, negative, toxic environment creates a lot of stress, toxins, and eventually we get sick, ill. When all these observations on healing cancer came together with this wonderful conclusion, in my opinion, that I'm going to show you. This happened in a medicine-less hospital in Beijing, China, where they use medicinal Qigong. Qigong is an energetic practice to energize yourself, to heal yourself. It was developed later on. The practitioners can gather the energy and send it for healing purposes. There is a woman with bladder cancer. As you may know, bladder cancer is not curable in the Western world. There is a technician with an ultrasound machine, the same ultrasound that you ladies use to see your babies in your womb, and 3 Qigong practitioners by the bed. This video has been on YouTube for decades and has been taken in the 80s. So forgive the quality, just look at the content. On the left-hand side, the red arrow will show a picture of the bladder cancer tumor before this session, energy session. And the yellow one is a real time, and you will see what happened. The practitioners are saying in Chinese, "Wasa." Wasa, that means it's already done. They are creating a deep feeling from their hearts and visualizing that that tumor doesn't exist anymore.
Over 8 years, the center has successfully treated more than 180 types of illnesses, including bladder cancer.
This is before the treatment, the picture, and this is the tumor, the real time. I stopped the video just for a while. You can see the 2 pictures look the same. We used to call this a miracle because we didn't know how to explain it. Now with energy we can explain everything. Look at this lady smiling there. It's fantastic. Greg Braden, the author of the Divine Matrix, says, when we know how miracle works, it becomes a technology. I had many incredible healing experience with energy healing since my son was healed. I want to relive some of that. 5 years ago, for no reason, I went to see this healer because I wanted to know what she was doing. I didn't understand what she was doing. I was kind of new on the practice of energy healing. And within 10 to 15 minutes of the healing session, I was laying on the bed. She put her hands on my shoulder like a sandwich. I didn't tell her that I had any problem. I am usually very healthy, because I was 20. At the end of the session, I asked her, why did you do that? You put your hands on my shoulder. She says, because your shoulder was screaming for help. When I was 24, I dislocated my shoulder. I was lifting something very heavy, and I injured my shoulder. And you can see the injury there. I took this, a few months before seeing this healer, I fell down from my bicycle trying to stop the fall. I did I re-injured my shoulder and I couldn't do my beautiful push-ups anymore. I was totally injured, the pain was too great. Then I went to the doctor, they took the X-ray, and they saw that. And he told me, if you want, we can do surgery. I said, no way. I wait. The pain started receding, being less and less. I had 2 more sessions with this lady. In about 2 months, the pain was totally gone. That was 4 to 5 years ago. I can do my push-ups since then every day. 3 years later, I had an excruciating pain in my lumbar area, and I had no clue where did it come from. I didn't lift anything heavy. I had no clue, and after 2 days, I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't move, I couldn't exercise. I text to this lady, and I said, please help. I have this excruciating pain. She saw the severity of my pain, and she told me, I will send you a distance energy healing tonight at 10, and tomorrow at 7. Yes, energy healing can be sent at a distance, and works just as well. 40% of my pain was gone that night, and another 40% the next day. In the next 2 weeks, the pain was gone. Now, I was embarrassed to say that before, but not today. Energy healing has the ability to wake up your intuition. So, with a little introspection, you can get to know the root cause of your health challenges. And I was very curious to know why on earth I had that back pain. Never before. I learned that I have a sexual blockage. I have no clue how having a blockage on the bottom of my spine could affect my back. And that was a very interesting learning lesson, because I was putting things together, that we may have a blockage here and the pain is somewhere else. So we have a headache, and it was because of something else. And this is where Western medicine fails, because they are treating the symptoms. The cause is not there usually. How many of you agree that things like cancer, one of the causes could be a big emotional upset or chronic emotion? Of course it does. A year, 6 months later, I changed the battery of my car, I bent forward and injured my back. My sciatic started acting up, and I had this pain for a week. I told my friend, I have this problem, it's another Reiki healer, and she worked on my back. 40% of the pain was gone. She came a week later, another 40% was gone, in 2 more weeks, gone forever. And that was something physical. I did something that provoked my sciatic pain. 6 months later, this lady was different from the first one. I started feeling again my back again. A pain like it was like a belt. It was very distinctive. I never had that pain before. And was bothering me for 2 weeks. When I was sleeping and turning, I woke up because of the pain. And I called this lady, actually she called me, she was in Brazil, and I asked her, could you please send me a distance session, my back is bothering me. I said, Carlos, I just got to Sao Paulo. The airlines lost my baggage. I cannot go and eat out because I don't know the language. It's boring. I don't have a clothes to change, please. I need to go to sleep. Okay? I'm sorry. I went to sleep, and at about 2 in the morning, I was still in pain. And between 2 and 3, I turn and I wake up expecting the pain, no pain. I turn to the right, to the left, and then I feel this feeling of energy distinctive when you are getting an energy healing. A week later, I talked to this lady, and I asked her, did you send me that distance session the next day? Oh yes, after my meditation. What time was it? Between 8 and 9. There are 6 hours difference time with Brazil. Exactly the time that I felt that energy, I woke up, and the pain was gone forever. Those are 2 of my healing angels. I don't show you the other two because they are ugly men. Having an energy healing is really a treat, at least for me. You feel your body floating in a cloud, energized and happy. Those are some of my clients who had Reiki or energy healing for the very first time in their life. They didn't have no clue. I don't like to tell people what they are supposed to feel because everybody's different. So they go to the table and they experience this. Come on, mouse.
And I felt like I was getting an energetic oil change.
And then when you place your hands over my heart, it felt like energy just branched out to the sides.
I have been on pain medicine for over 5 years, and it's been 2 weeks since I've stopped taking any meds. I feel real light, and I feel really happy.
It was very calming, a complete sense of bliss. Immediately, I just felt warmth and healing. I can't really describe it, but it's a really amazing feeling. How it would feel if, you were in heaven.
It's absolutely incredible. The first time was very different from the second time. Both of them were just as energizing, and even energizing the next day and the next day after that.
Within 5 or 10 minutes of this session, he introduced sharp, piercing pains, just very quietly went away.
Even though, believe me, energy healing is a beautiful experience. Your body feels like it's new, brand new. I believe that learning energy healing is much more powerful because it empowers you to heal yourself. And then you can help others. And this is the reason I teach energy healing.